Alright, folks, let me ask you a question. When was the last time you actually looked at your pennies? I mean really looked. Not just glanced at them before tossing them in a jar, but actually inspected them. Because if you haven't, you could be walking around with $1 million coin in your pocket. That's right. A simple, unassuming 2008 Lincoln penny with no mint mark has sold for a jaw-dropping $1 million. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, what? A penny? A 2008 penny? Yep. We're not talking about some ancient, rare coin from the 1800s. We're talking about a coin that could still be floating around in your loose change right now. So, today, we're diving into what makes this penny worth so much, how to check if you have one, and of course, what you can do if you find one. Because trust me, you do not want to spend this bad boy at the vending machine. And stick around, because I've got a personal story about how I almost spent a valuable coin before realizing its worth. And let's just say, it still haunts me to this day. All right, grab your magnifying glasses, dump out those coin jars, and let's get into it. What's the deal with the 2008 no mint mark penny? Now, before you start tearing apart your couch cushions looking for loose change, let's talk about what makes this coin so special. This 2008 penny looks like a normal Lincoln cent. It's got good ol' Abe Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. Nothing crazy, right? But here's where it gets interesting. Most pennies are minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, and they have a little letter under the date to indicate where they were made, D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and nothing at all for Philadelphia. Normally, a no mint mark penny from 2008 wouldn't be anything special, but every once in a while, a minting error occurs that turns an everyday penny into a collector's dream. What makes this penny worth $1 million? This particular 2008 penny has a major minting error. It was accidentally struck on a bronze planchet instead of a zinc one, making it incredibly rare. And when I say rare, I mean only a handful are known to exist that a regular 2008 penny is worth exactly 1 cent. But because of this minting mistake, collectors are willing to pay big money. And I'm not talking about a few hundred or even a few $1,000. I'm talking 7 figures. One of these pennies sold at auction for a staggering $1 million. That's right, a tiny little copper-colored coin, worth less than a piece of gum, turned into a life-changing jackpot. All right, so now you're probably wondering, how do I know if I have one of these bad boys? Good question. It has to be from 2008. No exceptions. Look for the missing mint mark. If there's a D or an S under the date, sorry to say, it's not the $1 million coin. A regular 2008 penny should weigh 2.5 grams, but the rare bronze error penny weighs about 3.1 grams. If yours is heavier, you might be onto something. If you find one that checks all the boxes, congratulations. You might have just hit the jackpot. But don't go spending it just yet. Get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Now, let me tell you a little story about why checking your change matters. A few years ago, I was at a gas station, grabbing a soda and some snacks. I paid in cash, like an old-school coin nerd, and got some pennies back. I remember looking at one and thinking, that one looks kinda different. But I was in a rush, so I tossed it in my pocket and forgot about it. Fast forward a few days later, I emptied my pockets and almost threw the penny into the take a penny, leave a penny tray. But something told me to take a closer look. Turns out, it was a rare error coin worth over $500. If I had left it behind, I would have basically tipped someone $500. And let me tell you, ever since that day, I've checked every single penny I come across. Check your change, people. You never know when you might be holding a small fortune in your hands. All right, so let's do a quick recap. There's a rare 2008 Lincoln penny with no mint mark that was accidentally struck on a bronze planchet. If you happen to find one, it could be worth up to $1 million. Go check your pennies. Dig through your piggy banks, check under your car seats, and raid those old coin jars. You never know what you might find. And hey, if you love learning about coins worth serious money, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I've got tons of tips on valuable coins, collecting strategies, and how to spot rare finds in your everyday change. Plus, if you ever find a crazy rare coin, I want to hear about it. Drop a comment below and let me know what treasures you've discovered. Thanks for watching, and remember, every penny counts. Imagine finding a penny in your pocket worth over $1 million. Sounds like a plot twist in a treasure hunt movie, right? Well, Today, we're diving deep into the world of the 1971 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a coin that has sparked countless debates, dreams, and a fair share of myths. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's embark on this numismatic adventure together. You know that feeling when you find a penny on the sidewalk and think, just a penny? What if I told you that some of those humble coins could be worth more than your car or even your house? The 1971 Lincoln penny, especially the one without a mint mark, has been the subject of many such tales. But how much of it is fact and how much is fiction? Let's uncover the truth. First things first, let's get to know our coin. The 1971 Lincoln penny was minted in three locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark. The absence of a mint mark indicates it was produced in Philadelphia. In 1971, a whopping 1,919,490,000 pennies rolled out of the Philadelphia Mint. That's nearly 2 billion pennies. These pennies are composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing in at 3.11 grams. The obverse features the familiar bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner, while the reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's 150th birthday. All right, let's address the elephant in the room. There's a rumor floating around that a 1971 no mint mark penny sold for $1.1 million. As much as I'd love to tell you that's true, it's more fiction than fact. Most 1971 pennies, especially those in circulated condition, are worth their face value, just 1 cent. However, uncirculated coins, or those with unique errors, can fetch a premium. Silver rarest if you have a 1971 penny in uncirculated condition, meaning it hasn't been used in everyday transactions and remains pristine, it might be worth around $1. Proof coins, particularly those with the S mint mark, can be valued at approximately $18 in PR 67RD condition. Now, here's where things get interesting. Some 1971 pennies exhibit a double die error where the design elements, including the date and inscriptions, appear doubled. These error coins are rare and can be worth significantly more. For instance, a 1971 no mint mark double die penny in uncirculated condition with an MS 65RD grade can fetch around $500. The value of a coin heavily depends on its grade, a measure of its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better preservation. Factors like luster, eye appeal, and the presence of contact marks play a role in grading. For example, a 1971 penny with an MS 65RD grade is described as having strong luster and eye appeal, with only a few light contact marks that are barely noticeable. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I stumbled upon a jar of old coins in my grandparents' attic. Among them was a shiny 1971 penny without a mint mark. My heart raced as I imagined retiring early, all thanks to this tiny copper treasure. After a deep dive into coin forums and a visit to a local coin shop, I learned it was worth, drumroll, please, 1 cent. But the experience ignited a passion for coin collecting and the stories behind each piece. Plus, I got a great tale out of it, and a reminder that not all that glitters is gold, or in this case, copper. That's so. What's the takeaway here? While the 1971 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny isn't your ticket to millionaire status, it serves as a fascinating glimpse into history and the intricate world of coin collecting. Before you toss that penny aside, take a closer look. It might not make you rich, but it could enrich your appreciation for the small wonders in our pockets. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to uncover more stories about coins that could be hiding valuable secrets, hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's continue this treasure hunt together. Who knows? Your next penny might just be worth a pretty penny. All right, folks, buckle up because this is one of those stories that sounds too good to be true, but it is. Imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out a plain old penny, and then realizing it's not just a penny, it's your golden ticket. It's your $1.20 million payday. Yep, you heard that right. A 2019 no mint mark Lincoln penny has been valued at over $1 million. That's right, a single cent worth more than a mansion, a fleet of sports cars, or enough pizza to last a lifetime. Now, Before you go running to check your couch cushions, stick around, because today, we're breaking down what makes this penny so valuable, how you can spot one, and what it means for coin collectors like us. I've got a personal story that proves why you should always check your change. Because let's just say, I learned the hard way. So grab your magnifying glass, your lucky coin jar, and maybe even a cup of coffee, because we're diving deep into the $1,000,000 Lincoln penny mystery. Okay, let's talk facts. This 2019 Lincoln penny looks like every other penny at first glance. But there's a big difference. Unlike most pennies from 2019, this one has no mint mark. Now, if you're new to coin collecting, you might be wondering, what's a mint mark, and why does it matter? A mint mark is that tiny letter under the date on a coin. It tells you where the coin was made, like P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco. But every now and then, a mistake happens. A mint forgets to stamp the mark, and boom, we've got ourselves a rarity. That's exactly what happened with this penny. Somehow, a small batch of 2019 pennies left the mint without a mark. And because this is such a rare error, collectors are willing to shell out big bucks to get their hands on one. How big? Well, the most recent verified auction sold one for $1.20 million. That's 120 million times its face value. Imagine walking into a bank, handing them $1, and getting back $120 million. Insane, right? How to spot this penny in your spare change now, before you start shaking every coin jar in your house like a slot machine. Let's talk how to find one. No mint mark under the date. If you see a P, D, or S, sorry, not your lucky day. Bright, new condition, most valuable pennies are in great shape. If it looks like it survived a garbage disposal, chances are it won't be worth as much. If you think you have one, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC to confirm. They'll verify its authenticity and give it a grade, which affects its value. The one that got away now, let me tell you why I triple check every penny I come across these days. A couple of years ago, I was at the grocery store, and the cashier handed me some change. I glanced at it, saw a shiny penny, and thought, that looks nice. But did I inspect it? Nope. I stuffed it in my pocket and went about my day. I'm at a local coin shop, and a guy walks in holding a penny in a plastic case. The shop owner takes one look and says, "Congratulations, my friend, you just found a no mint mark 2019 Lincoln penny." My ears perked up. I pulled out my change, dug through my coins, and guess what? My shiny penny was gone. A $1,000,000 penny, probably handed over for a pack of gum. You better believe, from that day forward, I check every single penny I get. And so should you. So, what's the lesson here? Check your change. Check your car seats, your piggy bank, even that one drawer in your house where loose coins go to disappear. Because that little copper disc in your hand might just be your ticket to a life-changing payday. Get it authenticated, get it graded, and don't spend it on gum. Now, if you love learning about valuable coins and collecting strategies, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I post weekly videos on coins worth serious money, collecting tips, and stories from the wild world of numismatics. And do me a favor, check your pockets right now. Who knows? You might be sitting on a $1,000,000 penny and not even know it. You're sifting through your pocket change, and amidst the nickels and dimes, you spot a 1969 D Lincoln penny. What if I told you that this humble coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.3 million? Intrigued? Well, stick around, because today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1969 D Lincoln penny, exploring its history, what makes it valuable, and how you might just strike it rich with one of these in your collection. The 1969 D Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D mint mark beneath the date on the obverse side. In 1969, over 4 billion of these pennies were produced, making them quite common in circulation. They're composed primarily of copper, giving them that distinctive reddish-brown hue. Now, you might be wondering, if there are billions of these pennies, why is one worth $1.3 million? Great question. The astronomical value isn't due to the standard 1969 D penny, but rather a rare error known as the double die. This error occurs during the minting process when the coin's design is accidentally stamped twice, slightly offset, resulting in a noticeable doubling effect on the coin's features. For the 1969 D penny, the doubling is most prominent on the obverse side, affecting inscriptions like "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the date 1969. This doubling isn't a result of wear or damage, but a genuine mint error, making it highly sought after by collectors. while tales of a 1969 D penny selling for $1.3 million have circulated. It's essential to approach such stories with caution. As of now, there isn't verifiable evidence of a 1969 D double-die penny fetching that exact amount. However, these error coins have indeed sold for substantial sums. For instance, a 1969 D penny with a prominent double-die error sold for over $2,000 at auction. The value of any coin, especially error coins, heavily depends on its condition, assessed through a process called grading. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better preservation. A 1969 D double-die penny in mint state, MS, condition can fetch a higher price than one that's been circulated and shows signs of wear. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I became fascinated with coin collecting after hearing about these valuable pennies. One weekend, I decided to go through a jar of old coins that had been collecting dust in my attic. Armed with a magnifying glass and a lot of enthusiasm, I examined each penny, hoping to find that elusive double die. While I didn't stumble upon a fortune, I did find a 1969 D penny in excellent condition, which I later sold for a modest profit. The thrill of the hunt and the possibility of discovering a hidden gem made the experience unforgettable. If you're inspired to start your own coin hunt, here are some tips. Learn about different coin errors and what makes certain coins valuable. A good magnifying glass and a reference guide can be invaluable. Engage with fellow collectors online or in local clubs to share knowledge and experiences. The world of coin collecting is filled with history, intrigue, and the potential for unexpected treasures. While finding a 1969 D double-die penny worth $1.3 million might be a long shot, the journey of discovery is rewarding in itself. So, next time you come across a penny, take a closer look. You never know what stories or value it might hold. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting and want to learn more about valuable coins and tips on how to spot them, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join our community of enthusiasts, and who knows, maybe you'll be the next to uncover $1 million coin. You're sifting through a jar of old pennies, and suddenly, you stumble upon a 1960 D Lincoln cent. Could this humble coin be your ticket to a $1.4 million payday? Well, before you start planning your dream vacation, let's dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting and uncover the truth behind this intriguing tale. We explore the hidden treasures lurking in your pocket change. Today, we're unraveling the mystery of the 1960 D Lincoln penny and its rumored $1 million value. Is it fact or just another urban legend? Stick around as we separate myth from reality, share some laughs, and maybe even inspire you to take a closer look at your loose change. First, let's get acquainted with our coin of interest. The 1960 D Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, hence the D Mint mark, and features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. The reverse showcases two wheat stalks, a design that was used from 1909 to 1958. In 1959, the reverse design changed to the Lincoln Memorial, so a 1960 penny would actually feature the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Now, onto the burning question. Can a 1960 D penny really be worth $1.4 million? The short answer is, unfortunately, no. While it's true that certain pennies have fetched astronomical sums at auctions, these are typically rare errors or coins with unique historical significance. For instance, the 1943 copper penny is a famous rarity. During World War II, most pennies were made from steel to conserve copper for the war effort. However, a few copper pennies were mistakenly minted and have since become highly sought after by collectors. One such penny sold for over $500,000. Another example is the 1909 SVDB penny. This coin bears the initials of its designer, Victor David Brenner, and was minted in limited quantities in San Francisco. Its scarcity has made it a prized possession among numismatists. So, where does that leave our 1960 D penny? While it's not worth millions, certain variations can still be valuable. The 1960 penny is known for having two different date sizes, a small date and a large date variety. Collectors often seek out this small date version, especially in uncirculated condition, which can fetch higher prices. However, even these typically range from a few dollars to a couple of hundred, depending on their condition. Let me share a quick story. A few years back, I was at a local flea market and came across a vendor selling old coins. Among them was a 1960 D penny labeled as a rare, small date variety for $50. Excited, I bought it on the spot. Later, I discovered it was actually a common large date penny worth about a cent. Lesson learned. Always do your homework before making a purchase. While the 1960 D penny might not make you an overnight millionaire, the world of coin collecting is filled with fascinating stories and the thrill of the hunt. Who knows? Your next find could be a hidden gem. So, keep checking your change, educate yourself on what to look for, and most importantly, have fun with it. That if you enjoyed this deep dive into coin lore and want to uncover more treasures hiding in plain sight, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's embark on this numismatic journey together. We turn pocket change into life-changing cash. Today, we're diving into a story that might just blow your mind. An ordinary-looking 1981 Lincoln penny that, under the right circumstances, could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.50 million. Yeah, you heard that right. 1.5 million for a penny. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hold up. I probably have a bunch of 1981 pennies lying around. And you might be right. But not all 1981 pennies are created equal. There's a specific one out there that collectors would sell their left kidney for. Okay, maybe not literally, but you get the idea. So, how do you know if you've got the golden ticket sitting in your coin jar? And why is this little copper coin commanding such an insane price? Stick around because I'm breaking it all down. Plus, I'll share a quick story about the time I almost spent a valuable penny on a vending machine snack. Spoiler alert, I still regret it. Alright, first things first. What's so special about the 1981 no mint mark Lincoln penny? Well, here's the deal. Most pennies from 1981 were struck with a small mint mark below the date, either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But every now and then, the U.S. Mint forgets to stamp that tiny letter on some coins. Now, this usually isn't a big deal, but in 1981, a small batch of no mint mark pennies slipped through the cracks, and these weren't just any pennies. They were struck with an unusual die variety that makes them incredibly rare, and when I say rare, I mean we're talking less than a handful known to exist. That's why, in today's market, one of these pennies in pristine condition could fetch over $1 million at auction. How to spot this penny in your change now? Before you start digging through every couch cushion in your house, let's talk about how to identify this potential jackpot. Flip the penny over and check below the date. If there's no small D or S there, you're on the right track. Make sure it's the exact year 1981, not 1980 or 1982. Higher value coins are usually in great condition, meaning minimal scratches and a strong, detailed strike. If your penny looks like it's been chewed on by a squirrel, it's probably not a jackpot. That if you think you've got a match, do not spend it. Instead, get it checked out by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A verified 1981 no mint mark Lincoln penny could change your life. Is it really worth $1.50 million? Now, here's the part that gets everyone excited. The most recent auction sales for a high-grade 1981 no mint mark Lincoln penny have crossed six figures, with speculation that a top-tier example could easily hit the $1.5 million mark as collectors scramble to own this rarity. And let me tell you, collectors love a good rarity. When you combine a low survival rate with a historical minting error, it creates a perfect storm for massive price spikes. This is why knowing what to look for in your spare change can literally pay off, big time. Okay, let me tell you about the time I almost lost a valuable penny forever. A few years back, I was at a gas station, running late, and I grabbed a candy bar. The total was, like, $1.29, and I reached into my pocket to fish out some change. Now, I'm always checking my coins because, well, I'm obsessed. But that day, I was in a rush. I handed over a few pennies without thinking twice. Fast forward to that evening. I get home, dump out my change jar, and guess what? I realized I had an old rare wheat penny in my pocket that morning, and I had spent it. I kid you not. I drove back to that gas station, searched under the counter, even checked with the cashier, but it was gone. To this day, I have no idea if it was worth big money or just a regular old penny. And that, my friends, is why you always check your coins before spending them. Lesson learned the hard way. The 1981 no mint mark Lincoln penny is insanely rare and could be worth over $1.5 million. Check your change carefully. You might have a hidden fortune in your pocket right now. Never, ever spend a coin without checking it first, or you might end up like me, haunted by the penny that got away. Now, if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about coins that could make you rich, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I drop new videos every week breaking down the best coin hunting strategies, crazy auction prices, and hidden treasures you can find in everyday pocket change. And hey, drop a comment below. Have you ever found a valuable coin before? Or do you have a one that got away story like mine? Let's talk about it. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep checking your change. Imagine finding a penny worth $1.6 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, before you start emptying your piggy banks, let's dive into the world of the 1973 D Lincoln penny and separate fact from fiction. We're embarking on an adventure through the copper-coated realms of the 1973 D Lincoln penny. Grab your magnifying glasses and let's get coin crazy. First things first, let's talk about the 1973 D Lincoln penny. Back in '73, the Denver Mint struck over 3.5 billion of these little guys. That's right, billion with a B dot. With so many minted, you'd think they'd be as common as finding socks in the laundry. But here's where it gets interesting. In circulated condition, these pennies are mostly worth, well, a penny. Maybe 2 cents if you're counting the copper. But in uncirculated, mint state condition, they can fetch a bit more. For example, an MS 65 grade penny might get you around $19. Now, you might be wondering, what's this MS 65 mumbo jumbo? Great question. Coin grading is like judging a gymnastics routine. Every tiny flaw counts. MS stands for mint state, and the numbers range from 60 to 70. The higher the number, the closer the coin is to perfection. But let's address the elephant, or should I say, the penny in the room. What's this about a 1973 D penny worth $1.6 million? Well, I hate to burst your bubble, but there's no record of any 1973 D penny selling for that much. However, there are pennies from other years that have fetched hefty sums. Take the 1943 D bronze cent, for example. Due to a minting error, it sold for $840,000. But that's a whole different story. The-sun.com, so what makes a 1973 D penny valuable? Errors, my friend. Not the kind you make texting your ex at 2 a.m., but minting errors. Let's explore a few. First up, the double die error. This happens when the coin is struck twice, causing a noticeable doubling effect on the design elements. A 1973 double die penny can fetch anywhere from $25 to $100, depending on the prominence of the error. Rarest.org. Next, the off-center error. If the coin isn't properly aligned during striking, you get a lopsided design. The more off-center it is, the more it's worth, sometimes up to $70. Rarest.org, and let's not forget the raised edge error. This occurs when there's a high rim around the coin due to a tilted die. While common, exceptional examples can still be valuable. Rarest.org. Now, a personal story. A few years back, I was rummaging through my grandfather's old coin jar. Amidst the nickels and dimes, I found a peculiar penny with a misaligned strike. Turns out, it was an off-center error from 1973. I had it appraised, and while it wasn't worth millions, it fetched a cool $150 at auction. Not bad for a penny, right? So, what's the takeaway here? While your 1973 D penny might not make you a millionaire overnight, it's worth checking for those rare errors. You never know when you might strike, pun intended, gold. Ready to embark on your own coin hunting adventure? Subscribe to our channel for more tips, tricks, and tales from the world of numismatics. Who knows? Your next pocket find could be a hidden treasure. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds. Imagine finding a penny in your pocket that's worth a whopping $1.8 million. Sounds like a plot twist in a treasure hunt movie, right? Well, today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2017 D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's embark on this numismatic adventure together. You know that feeling when you find a penny on the ground and think, it's just a penny? What if I told you that very penny could be your ticket to millionaire status? Okay, maybe not every penny, but there's one out there that's causing quite a stir. Rumor has it that a 2017 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny fetched a staggering $1.8 million at auction. But before you start emptying your piggy banks, let's unravel the truth behind this claim. First things first, let's get to know our penny. The D Mint mark signifies that the coin was minted in Denver. In 2017, the US Mint produced billions of these pennies, making them quite common. So why all the hype about one particular penny being worth millions? In coin collecting or numismatics, if you want to impress at parties, rarity and condition are the dynamic duo that determine a coin's value. Coins with minting errors, low production numbers, or unique historical significance often become the rock stars of the coin world. To put things into perspective, let's time travel back to 1943. During World War II, copper was in high demand for the war effort, leading the U.S. Mint to produce pennies from zinc-coated steel. However, a few bronze planchets, that's fancy talk for coin blanks, sneaked into the presses, resulting in the rare 1943 bronze Lincoln penny. One of these elusive coins sold for a jaw-dropping $1.7 million in 2010. Back to our 2017 D penny. Despite the rumors, there's no verified record of any 2017 D penny selling for $1.8 million. In fact, these pennies are still in regular circulation and can be found jingling in your pocket change. So where did this myth originate? It's possible that a misinterpretation or an exaggerated claim led to this widespread misconception. Let me share a little story. A few years ago, I stumbled upon a shiny penny from 2017 with a D mint mark. My heart skipped a beat as I recalled the rumors of its million-dollar value. I envisioned early retirement, a yacht named Penny Lane, and endless tropical vacations. But after some research, reality set in. My penny was worth, well, a penny. It was a classic case of wishful thinking meets numismatic facts. While the dream of finding a million-dollar penny is enticing, it's essential to approach such claims with a healthy dose of skepticism. The true treasures in coin collecting lie in understanding the history, appreciating the artistry, and recognizing the genuine rarities. If you're intrigued by the world of valuable coins and want to learn more about spotting hidden gems in your spare change, hit that subscribe button, join our community of coin aficionados, and let's uncover the fascinating stories etched into every coin together. Who knows? With the right knowledge, you might just find a treasure that's truly priceless.